Welcome to Profiletraders. This is Reza and you're listening to my market analysis for March the 2nd. Last video analysis I released, and we are looking at ES here. We were on a situation where after touching this resistance line from here, we got a swift rejection down, and we had 2 days of a back-to-back close on the downside, which was looking at the time that market was ready to come down and retrace portion of this last leg up, which went from almost 1800 straight to 1965, 165 points rally. Then next thing we know, not only we did not have any further follow through to the downside, but we have reversed, and yesterday's session entirely took out those 2 sessions down on the upside. Now what is happening, it is the old QE and stimulus and central bank intervention story. 2 nights ago we got a very aggressive devaluation of the yuan, the Chinese currency. This month we are supposed to hear from Mr. Draghi and how much more he will inject into these markets. And magically now, what were concerns and worries during the last leg of drop is gradually dissipating. And the good thing about human brain is that we forget very fast. So now everything is rosy and everything is dandy, and it is very possible that we would now come up for a retest of this main trend line down, which should give us a touch of about 2025 to 2030. However, before we get to there, we will have to cross the 2000 mark. And as you can see in here, last time that we did come up from this low to 2000, market drops sharply from 2000 to 1850 pretty much in one shot. So this would be very interesting to see now as we approach the 2000 level, at which point we will have seen a 200 points rally, in my humble opinion, all based on hot air, because fundamentally we have not fixed a single thing. Not a single economy around the globe has come up with data showing me that there is a recovery or a sharp improvement taking place. And this is all, in my humble opinion, pure central bank manipulation to the upside, because they are scared to death every single time that market starts to get ugly on the downside. They do whatever they can to save the market, because remember what Mr. Ben Bernanke always said: you judge the performance of whatever policies the Federal Reserve is taking by the success of the stock market. So if you want to tap the Fed on the back and say, have you done a good job or not, you have to then look at the chart of the market. According to Mr. Ben Bernanke and every other central banker that are now little monkeys imitating what he did, as long as the market goes up, no matter why, no matter how, central bankers are doing a fantastic job. But 200 points rally once we reach 2000 will be very interesting to see if they can manipulate this further to the upside. Now in terms of daily support resistance levels. Right now it's 4:15 New York time. We are at the very high of the day. It's gonna close in about 1 minute. Clearly we haven't cleared the overnight high yet. If we do it tonight, or if tomorrow morning at any given time we are able to clear above 1985, then my assumption is that there is not really much left before we go hit the 2000. Now in terms of support, first level of support comes in here at 1975. 1975 breaks down, then we are going to probably retest 1964. Anytime 1964 is violated, next level of support 1957, and then below that 1947. So these are all levels of support, but I am warning you that the market is way ahead of itself, and if there is a turnaround that has to be started, and if a turnaround gets started, the descent could be quite fast and it could be quite violent, because almost 200 points of rally based on absolutely nothing can be very easily retraced back down if that's what the market decides to do. So on the upside 2000, and the downsides you're seeing all the support levels which I just listed below. Now let's look at the chart of crude oil. We are looking at a chart of crude oil here. What happened today is that as soon as we tried to exit above 35, we got a swift rejection back below 35, which retraced down to 34.20, and now we are back again close to 35. The daily chart of crude, it is showing a channel here, and the resistance part of the channel on the upper part comes in roughly around 36. So if ES goes to 2000, definitely I can see crude coming to 36. Once we get to 36, we are going to encounter a double top from this previous time that we got at 36. We dropped to 30. This time if it does reach 36, we are going to have a double top here, and we will be hitting the upper resistance part of this channel. So that area should definitely be a very significant level of resistance. This one as well. It is not going up on fundamental, it is just going up on pure speculation or whatever reason it is behind it. But the oversupply is still there. Nobody is cutting output for sure. I am aware that there are talks of output cut, but nothing has yet been officially announced. And even if they are officially announced, I'm not sure how many of them will respect those cuts. So this one as well, if it does break above 35, we could see a fast run towards 36. If by tomorrow morning we are still below 35, I could definitely see a push down to the downside, because this market as well as the other market is well ahead of itself. Support number 1 is at 34.20, support number 2 at 33.55, support number 3, the POC down there at 32.80, and if we do get there, I'm sure we will have time to reevaluate. So long story short, I think that we have seen excellent bounce off the lows. I think now we have traveled a very long distance on the upside, and all these instruments, ES and CL, look to me as being very overbought short term, and any kind of a hiccup could trigger a retracement of these colossal moves that we have behind us on the way up. This was Reza with Profiletraders. If you wish to learn market profile, join my trading room. Honest service, competent service. Go to my website profiletraders.com and check the package that I'm offering. Thank you for listening, and to the next time.